End of Necron's turn 1. Really, really exciting. Everybody moved up. The monoliths kind of got into position. I showed my stratagem as well. It's a minefield. So those 2 red beads all the way over to those. So we have a rectangle here, and that is difficult and dangerous terrain. Of course, with the Catan still alive, it'll be 2+, or 2s or 1s to do the dangerous terrain rolls. Everybody else moving up, trying to keep the scarabs in cover. But not much is going to happen because in his turn 1, the only thing that can happen is the orbital bombardment coming in. So we're going to roll for that right now rather than just skipping to it. So go ahead. If he rolls a 1, it comes on.
1 or 2, it's a D3.
Nope. Which is good for me because I wouldn't have any targets to use against you. So that's good. All right, so we're going to move into Necrons turn 2. Oh, the excitement of moving with nobody else on the board. So we're at the end of turn 2 altogether. You can see that the Chaos have finally entered and popped a bunch of smoke. 3 Obliterators deep striked in. One of them managed to destroy a monolith. The other 2 actually completely whiffed their rolls, thankfully. So we still have 3 monoliths standing. The orbital bombardment came in, landed in the middle of the Lich Guard at first, killing 9 of them and wounding Trazine and an Overlord. Luckily, 4 of the Lich Guard then stood back up. And also another orbital bombardment came in and destroyed a lot of the Immortals. A bunch of them stood back up, but it still took some heavy casualties there. I got to fire one of them. It's the Chaos Bombardment, where he gets to fire 1, I fire 1, then he fires 1. But all I managed to do was immobilize the Rhino and strip off its 1 weapon. Other than that, all the shooting didn't do much. There wasn't too much shooting as he did pop smoke on his vehicles. And so we are going to go into turn 3. The Death Marks arrive from reserve. I actually forgot to bring them in turn 2. Marked a couple of Obliterators, but only managed to take it down, one of them down by 1 wound. The Immortals finished that one off, and then the combined fire of the other Immortals and the Destroyers took out the other Obliterator. Actually, no, they missed him completely. One of the Doomsday shots from the Monolith insta-killed the other Obliterator. 2 more Doomsday shots into the Chaos Rhinos did nothing because of all his re-rolling because of Fate Weaver. The Scarabs then charged up, and one of them managed to strip the armor down to 0, so it counted as wrecked, and the other one managed to only strip one of them by 1 armor, and the other one was shaken from some shooting. So the vehicles are doing all right. One of them can't shoot, one of them's armor is down by 1, and the other one is wrecked. But that's pretty much all the casualties that Chaos took on Necron's turn 3. Blood Crushers come on, destroy all the Death Marks without any problem. The Seekers come on and charge the Destroyers, kill 2 of them, but then didn't manage to kill the 3rd one, and I made my morale check and one of them came back. So they're locked in combat. More Obliterators dropped in, but failed to do anything against the Monoliths. The one shook the Monolith, but he shook it off with his living metal. The 3 Destroyers over here fell to fire from the Terminators and the Obliterator. All the Rhinos moved up, and mostly just getting into position. The Plague Marines also moved up. All the Scarab Swarms are now dead from the Demons and from the Plague Marines. The one Ghost Ark got wrecked, and the guys disembarked in front of it. And the other Ghost Ark is immobilized. That's why it's not on its base anymore. And the Lich Guard got pummeled by the Brass Scorpion, and all that's left is the Lord and the Overlord and Trazine. So that whole group of Lich Guard is now dead. They didn't get a chance to come back because every last one of them was killed. And that about wraps it up. Everything that's in the game is now on the board. Total casualties. Oh, and of course we had a pretty awesome close combat over here. Awesome for the Necrons, that is. He charges in with Scarbrand and one of the Slaanesh Demon Princes. And yes, you guessed it, Mind Shackle Scarabs made them both attack themselves. And the one killed himself. Almost, actually. And then I finished him off. And Scarbrand hurt himself as well. Lost combat by 5, but made all 5 of his armor saves. So these guys are locked in combat with it, hopefully to kill it next turn. And yes, Mind Shackle Scarabs, they're awesome. Other than that, though, severe casualties on the Necron side. Lots of Immortals are dead, Lich Guard are dead, all the Death Marks are dead, lots of Destroyers are dead, all the Scarab Swarms are dead, and the Monolith's dead. On the Chaos side, only minor casualties, as one of the vehicles is destroyed, the other ones are somewhat damaged. The Brass Scorpion took some drive damage as it went through dangerous terrain, a couple Obliterators, and the Slaanesh Demon Prince. So Chaos is definitely in the lead right now when it comes to victory points. We're now entering into Necron's turn 4.